So the first building block we'll be looking at is the customer segment. So let's have a quick definition first. The customer segment building block defines the different groups of people or organizations an enterprise aims to reach and serve. So we can have different types of customer segment. Could have mass market, for example, niche market, segmented, diversified, and multi-sided platform. The mass market, there is no distinction between the different customers. We actually have a big group of homogeneous customers like FMCG, like fast-moving consumer goods, like shampoo, washing powder, these kind of things. In the niche market, we are really specialized. It's generally a supplier-client relationship, like in industries such as car manufacturers, car parts. For example, the Lamborghini wheels are made by a company based in the US that is just specialized in making the Lamborghini wheel. That's what they do, aluminum wheels. It can be segmented, so we have different segments inside the market. So each of the segment has their own needs. So how we'll segment it? We'll segment it based on the gender, the age. That's what we call a socio-demographic. We will also segment it based on the needs of the clients. It can also be by geography. Okay. So for example, my consulting service face-to-face are mainly in Hong Kong, although I can fly if there is any needs, but most of the time it's here in Hong Kong. Yeah, it can also be a lifestyle. So for example, if you have a line of clothes for yoga, okay, most likely your customer will be either people that like yoga or health, nutrition, these kind of things, right? They can be diversified, so you can have different. Another example, sorry, for the segmented, I like to take the example of cars. So you'll see the same brand will have different segments. Segment for young, that want sporty cars. For women that want some, I don't know, light, cute car like Beetles or Mini Coopers. Family, we want, bigger car where you can sit like 5 people with the big trunks, etc. Okay. Then we can have diversified customer segments. So we have different customer segments. Okay, really, really different, and the business model will serve like 2 or several of those customer segments. So for example, imagine you do some paint, but then what's the point? You could also have diversified customer segment. So you will serve 2 or several customer segments that are actually interrelated. So for example, if you do solvent, okay, I used to work in factory when I was young, when I was like 15 years old. I was working in a factory that was specialized in maintaining electric motors. And basically, we were using solvent. We were using solvent to clean the different pieces, all the different parts of the electric engine. And we were using the same solvent to paint the engine. So in this case, we're using solvent for 2 different needs, but imagine if you are the manufacturer of this solvent, you could see, oh, this solvent, there is a segment for people that need solvent for painting, and there is also a market for people that need cleanings, things with a lot of, of grease, okay, in industry. So that could be 2 different segments for this manufacturer. And then the last case is the case of multi-sided platforms. So you have different customer segments, but in order to work, your business model needs both. That's the example of newspaper. The free newspaper where you have on one side the readership that reads for free, and on the other side you have advertisers that will put ads in the newspaper. Okay, so that's how it works. You have also electronics or virtual multi-sided platforms such as Facebook, LinkedIn. All these social media works as a multi-sided platform. On one hand, you have users. On the other hand, you have advertising. Sometimes companies such as LinkedIn will monetize both segments. On one hand, they will charge company to put their ads on LinkedIn, but on the other hand, they will also offer premium membership to users. So you can use the service for free, but you can also upgrade, and then they make money. They have a revenue stream with those users. So that's around it for the customer segment. So now let's take a small example. And this is a real example. It's from my business. I started recently to help French company to establish their business in Hong Kong. So the customer segment I choose is French entrepreneurs. So I'm helping them now to come here in Hong Kong. So that's my customer segment. I will show you in an instant the rest. So each time I will take this example for each of the different building blocks, and we'll go through this example together.